Kansas City police have solved a 31-year-old murder case. Fawn Cox was just 16 years old. And tonight, we know the person responsible for her rape and murder was her own cousin.
On that fateful day, July 26, 1989, tragedy struck the life of Fawn Cox, a young girl only 16 years old. In the safety of her bedroom, she became the victim of a heinous crime, enduring the unimaginable horrors of rape and strangulation. The morning was marred by her alarm ringing incessantly, but Fawn did not rise to silence it. It was her mother and little sister who ventured into her room, their hearts filled with concern, only to discover the devastating truth. Fawn lay lifeless, her spirit stolen away from this world. Fawn's sister, Felisa Cox, recounted the heartbreaking moment. I went over to shake her, saying, "Come on, get up!" But it was already too late, she said, her voice filled with sorrow and disbelief.
That's not fair. That's the first thing I think. It's not fair.
Fawn was a dedicated junior at Northeast High School, balancing her studies with a part-time job as a cashier at Worlds of Fun, an amusement park in Kansas City. On that fateful evening, she had worked until 11 p.m. and returned home, exhausted, ready to rest. The night passed in an eerie silence, as the family's air conditioners hummed softly, masking any sounds that might have hinted at the tragedy unfolding in Fawn's bedroom. However, Felisa vividly recalls the family dog's unusual restlessness that evening, a behavior they attributed to the dog's pregnancy, unaware of the true darkness lurking just beyond their awareness. According to Sergeant Ben Caldwell of the Kansas City Police Department, the choice of that particular home and window where the perpetrator entered undetected suggests a certain familiarity with Fawn. Sergeant Ben Caldwell has deduced that the assailant discreetly gained access to Fawn's bedroom by entering through a window on the second floor. The unresolved nature of Fawn's murder has inflicted immeasurable anguish upon her family. Felisa Cox, Fawn's sister, expressed the indescribable pain they endure, stating, "It's beyond awful. There are no words to explain it. The lack of closure is unbearable." She further lamented the fact that while someone out there continues to lead a normal life, Fawn was denied the opportunity to do the same, a thought that haunts Felisa every single day. In their relentless pursuit of justice, Fawn's family took a bold step in 2000 by offering a $3,000 reward, hoping that it would incentivize someone to come forward with information leading to the identification of her killer. Fawn's mother, Beverly Cox, acknowledged the power of money in such circumstances, stating, "Money does do a lot on the streets. That's what we're hoping and praying for." Driven by their unwavering determination, Fawn's family waged a years-long battle to have advanced DNA techniques utilized in the investigation.
What do you think it will take to solve this case? DNA, definitely. They haven't, there is no other evidence there. Whoever did it did a good job at taking everything with them. What they didn't take was DNA.
They organized fundraisers, even expressing their willingness to bear the financial burden themselves as the Kansas City Police Department faced budgetary constraints. Eventually, their persistence paid off when the FBI stepped in and graciously covered the costs of the crucial testing, providing a glimmer of hope in their arduous quest for answers. After enduring years of uncertainty, the family's perseverance finally yielded results when advanced DNA techniques were employed. However, the outcome they received was far from what they had anticipated. As stated in a press release by the Kansas City Police Department, during the summer of 2020, Operation Legend was introduced in Kansas City. This initiative brought an influx of federal resources to the department, empowering them to harness the power of advanced DNA technology in their pursuit of justice. Through the utilization of genealogy DNA testing, law enforcement was able to analyze the unidentified suspect's DNA profile and compare it to various national databases. This innovative approach allowed them to construct a comprehensive family tree, ultimately narrowing down the search to a select group of potential culprits. As a result of these breakthrough investigations, it was revealed that the perpetrator responsible for the crime was none other than Donald Cox Jr., who happened to be Fawn's cousin and was approximately 5 years older than her. However, the pursuit of justice was met with an unfortunate twist. Donald had met an untimely demise in 2006 under suspicious circumstances that were ultimately determined to be the result of foul play. The investigators who had previously worked on Donald Cox Jr.'s death case had taken the proactive step of preserving a blood sample from their investigation. In a significant breakthrough, the DNA from this preserved blood sample was extracted by the crime lab staff. This DNA was then compared to a DNA profile obtained from bodily fluid collected from Fawn's bedroom back in 1989. Astonishingly, the results revealed a conclusive match between the two samples. The family has come to understand that receiving answers can be a double-edged sword. It brings a sense of relief to finally have closure, Felisa expressed. However, it's important to acknowledge that the answers we receive may not always align with what we were hoping for. Nonetheless, there is a sense of closure.